There are so many children that are being put on the back shelf and forgotten.
These kids have much higher risk for negative outcomes if they're not treated appropriately.
When you've had a child who's gone through and had so much negative in his life, instead to be rewarded for what you've conquered, you've overcome something that's really difficult for you, and that's where Metro is different.
My name is Rita Buckley. I'm the Executive Director of Metropolitan School.
Okay, so flip back to your map.
In the summer of 2008, Metropolitan will be making an important move. We're moving from these cramped quarters in Maplewood to a much larger building on Boland Place in Richmond Heights. The building, designed in the 1920s by renowned St. Louis architect William Ittner, will not only change the look and location of Metropolitan, it will allow us to expand our curriculum, it will allow us to serve even more children who have special needs, and it will also cost millions to renovate before we can move in.
Primarily, the work as far as the building is concerned is to bring it up to date, bring it up to the safety requirements it needs. It's got a lot of work.
More about the building in a minute.
You can see the condition of the walls.
But first, let me show you why this move is so crucial for Metropolitan, what it means for the entire St. Louis community, and how you can help us help even more children who have special learning needs. Youngsters like Kyle Finn.
Kyle has ADHD, and when he was in 8th grade, he was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome.
Before Kyle came to Metropolitan, he was bullied every day at school.
It was just day in, day out. It was just constant torment. It was a scary time because I didn't really know if I was ever going to fit in anywhere.
Asperger's syndrome makes it difficult for Kyle to recognize everyday social cues, and that made him an easy target for bullies.
Just kind of scary because I was trying to understand, you know, why are they picking on me? Why are they doing this? What's going on here and what am I missing? And it was a big gap. It was very frightening because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing and I didn't know why I was getting picked on.
Hospitalized twice for depression, Kyle's grades dropped. His entire family was affected. Sue Finn dreaded sending her son to school each day.
You can surround kids with love, and you can try to prepare your kids for tough things in life, but you can't protect them from that.
Finally, 2 years ago, the Finns enrolled Kyle in Metropolitan, where we understand the special challenges youngsters face who have atypical learning styles.
The difference of Kyle before he came here until now is really night and day.
First of all, we protected him from other kids. The bullying stopped, and Kyle's grades improved.
This has just been a humongous turning point in my life.
He's interested in accomplishing things and being excellent. He wants to please us, he wants to please his teachers, and he has ambition and curiosity.
Part of what we did was listen to him and help him form appropriate perceptions about his interaction with other people.
It's allowed me to turn everything in my life around, and I feel like a human being.
There's clearly kids who are in the very same situation that Kyle's been in, the very same situation that other students at the school are in, and we need a bigger space and we need more room for them and more slots for them.
The ultimate drive for a new building is that we can't offer the program that we want to offer to our students in this current location because it's too small.
This building is very tight. Our gym is above our heads. If class was performing at this time or classes were going on at this time, you would hear the sound of balls and feet bouncing over your head. We need space.
You're limited in what you can offer kids. So we don't have a foreign language program here. We don't have room for a foreign language program here. What we're trying to do is expand the program, enhance the program, and make it a better program for our kids who have special needs.
You can't take children who are hyperactive and pack them tight together. They need room to stretch and move around. And Boland will give us that space that we need as a good school.
The Boland building does have space, but it also needs a lot of work.
Definitely a fixer-upper.
We are raising $13.5 million so that we can renovate and move into the Boland Place School building.
We have lots of problems with the plumbing in the building. The building's going to need all new plumbing.
$8.6 million is just going into fixing the nuts and bolts of the building.
You can see the bathroom above, the damage that's occurring from the leaking of the toilets and sinks from above.
The building has a lot of systems in it that are antiquated.
The boiler really needs to be brought to the 20th century. It's still in the 19th century, and it's time to bring it around.
We need to make that building look nice, but the underneath stuff that's so expensive, those are the things that we are really struggling with putting together the funding that we need to do a good job on the project. And that's where we need your help. Your investment in Metropolitan will not only help the students we serve, it will help the entire St. Louis community and economy. The cost to the community of any child who does not graduate from high school is $900,000 in lost wages alone. If you don't do something with these kids at a young age and help them get through their adolescence in a positive, nurturing environment, you are going to pay for it year after year after year as they enter adulthood totally non-functional.
We can either pay later on, or we can take care of it now with a small investment in an excellent school that understands how they learn.
35% of children who have learning disabilities drop out of school. Your generous donation to our capital campaign will help us reduce that percentage among children in the greater St. Louis community.
They will be contributing to the community rather than draining the community or taking from the community.
We feel like these kids are so deserving of absolutely everything we want them to have. So we have this gigantic commitment to the kids, but we have a coin purse to take it from.
There's certainly lots of things you can do with your money, but I've always thought, and maybe this is the pediatrician in me, I've always thought that if you can affect the upcoming generation, if you can affect the children, that's an effect for as long as that child's alive. For the next 80 years, you'll see the effects of what you've done. And so I think for somebody who really wants to see a change in the world from what they do with their money, this is a place to put it.